What up? Today on GearZombie, we're going to dial in another Line 6 Helix PV patch. Okay, so we're going to dial in that patch that you just heard, which is just a PV5150 modeler, the PV Panama. The PV Panama is actually kind of one of my go-to tones. I tend to like the barkier guitar tones, not the like super sloppy party bottom, fizzy top type tones. That's really not my deal, but let's build a patch. We'll call it Panama 2021. Panama. First thing over here, we're going to put in an amp block, PV Panama. Now, in this particular case, I used the 412 XXL. When I make these for YouTube, I always try to make them with the stock cabs. I don't like to use IRs because not everybody has the same IRs. I don't sell any IR packs. I don't sell anything. This is just for you to futz around with and see what you get. All right, first let's clean up the mess. Let's look here and make sure input gate is on. Wham. Let's actually throw another gate in front. Dynamics. Okay, noise gate. Okay, now I've neutered it, so we're going to back it off. Wish I could get rid of that squeal. Okay, so overall, not necessarily my taste, but let's keep futzing around and see what we can get. So like I said, I think on the cab, I mean, a few things here. I think if I remember right, I brought the gain way back. And I do believe I supplemented that gain. I say I do believe. I'm going to go back and check because I got a bunch of screenshots. But I do believe I supplemented that gain with the Tube Screamer, which I think I cut the gain kind of back. And basically what I'm trying to do here, I want a fair amount of gain, but I want it in control. So I don't like it when it starts to get gnarly and squealy and funky, like to the point that you can't control it with a gate. For me, I like to have as much breakup and sustain as I can possibly get, but still keep it under control. I still want that bark and the clarity there. Like I still want to be able to hear chords. And we're pretty close. We're pretty close there already. I'm going to check my, yep, I did a 414. And I bet you I did the 414 because I liked having that little extra bottom capture there. So that's not terrible. Let's, but it is, we have lost some presence and some treble. Now, full disclosure, when I record stuff and even when I play live, I'll roll off the high end just a hair because I have found that it is easier to brighten it up a little in a mix than it is to try to correct it if it's too harsh. I've found that if you try to correct it when it's too harsh, it ends up almost muddying. It's very hard to find a balance. But if I have the top end just kind of rolled off a little bit, just a little nudge in those higher frequencies will brighten it back up and bring it back to life if it needs it. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. And then we're going to copy this and we're going to make a lead patch. We're going to make PV Panama 2021. All right, lead. So now I'm going to approach the lead completely, not completely different. In this case, I'm going to use the same, we'll use the same amp and cab. We're already at a spot where we're in pretty good shape for a lead. But one of the things I definitely want to do is I want to pull this gate back. I don't like to shut it off, but I want to pull it back. All right, now let's just throw a little bit of delay. Let's try this. I like that because it's a different tone. So let's That's nice. I like that. And that's going to cut through the mix nice, and you'll enjoy that one live. Let's shut this delay off. Let's compare it to a delay. Let's just put a simple delay in here. Let's pull that down out of the mix a little bit. That's not terrible. Maybe put a little bit more back in the mix. Maybe a little more feedback. Yeah, there you go. I think that's a matter of taste. Yeah, which delay do you like? Which one do you like better? Let's put the other one back on. Both delays, just chaos. It's kind of cool with both delays. My job here is done. It's done. I get a lot of requests to do these types of patch dial-ins, and they're fun. I just don't make the time for them, and I really need to. I don't usually make like a whole song in the beginning, but and I probably won't do that very often. These are fun to do, and I always make these available on my website for free. So I want to start putting together just a whole bunch of Helix patches, just throw them all on my website and start putting everything together. So I'm going to leave a link for this particular video and the patches down in the description. So go ahead and check it out. Do me a favor, if you like anything that's been going on here, hit like, hit subscribe, hit the little notification bell so that way you know when my content is coming. And until next time, GearZombie.